In the last video, I explained converse of Wilson's theorem, proof and some problems. Today's topic is Euler's function. Euler's function, or it is called Euler's phi function. Euler's phi function. Some theoretical functions are there in mathematics. There are some theoretical functions, and this is one theoretical function, Euler's function. Already you have studied some theoretical functions. What is that? T of A, S of A. T of A means total number of positive divisors of A. A is positive integer, total number of positive divisors. S of A is sum of the positive divisors of A. Now, it is denoted by pi. Euler's phi function is called. See, the definition is like this. Suppose A is any positive integer, then the number of primes, number of positive integers less than A and co-prime to A. Number of integers which are less than A, including 1, and co-prime, relatively prime to A, is known as Euler's phi function, and it is denoted by pi of A. Thus, Euler's phi function is denoted by pi of A, and pi of A is, it is number of integers less than A and relatively prime to A. Example, pi of 1 is taken as 1. It is, we take pi of 1 as 1. And pi of 2 is also 1. Pi of 2 is 1. Pi of 3 is 2. 2 means number of integers less than 3 relatively prime to 3. 2 is relatively prime to 3. 1 is also relatively prime to 3. So, pi of 3 is 2. What is pi of 4? Pi of 4 is 3. Pi of 4 means 1. No, not 3. It is 1 and 3. Pi of 4 is also 2. 2 is not relatively prime to 4. Pi of 4 is 2. Pi of 5. Pi of 5 is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. All are relatively prime to 5. And one more result is there. If P is a prime number, pi of P is P minus 1. Because every positive integer which is less than P, if P is a prime number, every positive integer less than P is relatively prime to P. If P is prime, pi of P is P minus 1. 5 is prime, so pi of P is 5 minus 1, 4. Now pi of 8. What is pi of 8? 1, 3, 5, 7. They are relatively prime to 8. So pi of 8 is 4. Now this is the definition. Definition is like this. If A is any positive integer, then all the integers which are less than A and co-prime to A are known as, or the set is known as Euler's phi function, and it is denoted by pi of A. Now, some results on this Euler's function. First is, prove that pi of P raised to K is P raised to K into 1 minus 1 upon P. Important result it is. Suppose P is any pi of P raised to K is P raised to K into 1 minus 1 upon P. P is prime number here. P is prime number. Pi of P raised to K is P raised to K 1 minus 1 upon P. How to prove this one? So proof is like this. Now the integers less than P raised to K and not relatively prime to P raised to K, not relatively co-prime to P raised to K, are what are less than p raised to k and not relatively prime to p raised to k. They are multiples of p. Multiples of p. They are 1p, 2p, 3p, etc. p raised to k minus 1p. What are these? They are less than p raised to k and not relatively prime to p raised to k because they are multiples of p. Multiples of p are not relatively prime to p raised to k. Therefore, the total number of positive integers prime means co-prime or relatively prime to p raised to k are p raised to k minus p raised to k minus 1 because they are not relatively prime to p raised to k. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, etc. p raised to k minus 1. So what is the total number of positive integer? They are relatively prime to p raised to k. p raised to k minus this p raised to k minus 1. We simplify like this: p raised to k minus p raised to k upon p. So p raised to k into 1 minus 1 upon p. Very important result it is. So pi of p raised to k is p raised to k 1 minus 1 upon p. This result plays very important role in the next theorems. Now one more important result: if mn are relatively prime. Next result is mn are relatively prime. Relatively prime. What do you mean by relatively prime? Their GCD is 1. Then pi of mn is pi of m into n is pi of m into pi of n. That means this Euler's function is multiplicative. Euler's function is multiplicative. Pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n. We can generalize this. I give that as a note. First I prove this one, very important result. Euler's function is multiplicative. Important condition is if m and n are relatively prime, then only pi of mn becomes pi of m into pi of n. Example, I explain the proof. Before that, I explain what is the meaning of this by taking example. Example, take 20. Pi of 20 is equal to pi of 5 into pi of 4 because 5 and 4 are relatively prime. 20 is written as 5 into 4. 5 and 4 are relatively prime. Therefore, pi of 20 is pi of 4 into pi of 5. Now you can verify this. What is pi of 20? Pi of 20 means 1, 3, then 5. Relatively prime to 20, less than 20. Euler's function, you know the definition. What is pi of 20? All the integers less than 20 and relatively prime to 20. 1, 3, 5. Then 6 is not relatively prime to 20. 5, 7, 9, 9, 11, 13. After that 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. 18 is not relatively prime to 20. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. This is not relatively prime to 20 because 5 divides 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pi of 20 is 8. Pi of 20 is 8. Pi of 20 means relatively prime to 20, less than 20. I have listed here. It is 1, 3, 7. They are relatively prime to 20 and less than 20. Totally how many are there? 8. That is called pi of 20. Now take pi of 4. What is pi of 4? Pi of 4 is it 2 because 1, 3. What is pi of 5? Pi of 4 is 4. Pi of 5 is 4 because it is prime. Pi is a prime number. Pi of 5 is 5 minus 1. Therefore, pi of 4 into pi of 5 is 8 So the result is verified. But say pi of 20 is not equal to pi of 10 into pi of 2, because 2 and 10 are not relatively prime. So we can apply or multiplication. This Euler's function is multiplicative under condition m and n must be relatively prime. GCD of m and n is 1. Now you can verify here pi of 20 is not equal to pi of 10 into pi of 2, because they are not relatively prime. I verify this. What is pi of 20? 8. Take pi of 10. What is pi of 10? 1, 3. Then 4, 5 are not relatively prime. 6 is also not relatively prime. 1, 3, 7, 9. 9 and 10 are relatively prime. So what is pi of 10? 4. What is pi of 2? Pi of 2 is 1. Now what is pi of 10 into pi of 2? 4. But pi of 20 is 8. So this result important. What is the result? The Euler's function is multiplicative. Pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n, provided mn are relatively prime. Now I prove that one. Proof from the examination of point of view is important. This is asked in the previous year examinations. This theorem is asked. Prove that pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n. Now to prove this, what you have to prove? You have to prove that the number of integers less than m into n and relatively prime to or co-prime to m into n is pi of m into pi of n. You have to prove this. Say I prove now, or I explain the proof of pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n. For that we have to prove that number of integers less than mn and relatively prime to mn is pi of m into pi of n. For that, first we arrange mn numbers in m columns and n rows like this: 1, 2, 3, etc., k, etc., m. Arrange that mn numbers in m columns, n rows. Then m plus 1, m plus 2, m plus 3, m plus k, and m plus m, 2m. 2m plus 1, 2m plus 2, 2m plus 3, 2m plus k, so on, 3m. And similarly, we express like this: n minus 1m plus 1, because see it is 1m plus 1, 2m plus 1, third row consists of 2m, nth row consists of n minus 1 m, n minus 1 m plus 2, n minus 1 m plus 3, so on, n minus 1 m plus k, etc., nm. So this is the first thing. What we are going to prove here? We are going to prove this one. Pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n. The number of integers less than mn, relatively prime to mn is, it is pi of m. Number of integers relatively prime to m into number of integers relatively prime to n. We have first arranged the mn like this. Now we consider the column starting with k. Consider column starting with k. Now, if this column starting with k is, suppose it is relatively prime to, if it is relatively prime to, first result is this, prime to m. Now how many columns are there? M columns. N rows are there. Total number of elements is Mn. Now suppose the element starting with K, this column, we consider the column starting with K. Suppose it is relatively prime to M, then what happens? Every integer lying in that column is relatively prime to M, because it leaves the remainder K when divided by M. Then every element in that column is co-prime to M. If it is not co-prime to M, then all the elements in that column are not co-prime to M. First result it is. Say, I think you are following what I am explaining here. First I have arranged that Mn elements in M rows and columns. First I observe this one. If any one of the column starting with K, I take K, is relatively prime to M, then all the elements of that column are relatively prime to M. Suppose it is not relatively prime to M, then all the elements under that column are not relatively prime to M. Now, the first row consists of pi m integers which are co-prime to M. See the notation here we have used. How many integers in this row are co-prime to M? Pi m. It may be how many integers? Suppose it is in this first row 20 elements are there. First row, suppose 20 elements are there. Then how many elements are co-prime to 20? Co-prime to 20 are 8. Am I correct? Let me verify that. Relatively prime to co-prime to 20 are 8. Correct? Yes. Suppose first row consists of 20 elements, M is 20, then what happens? Then there will be 8 elements, means the columns heading 8 elements or 8 columns contains the elements which are co-prime to 20. That's the meaning of this. See, we take general value here. The first row consists of how many integers relatively prime to M? Pi m integers. The column, we assume that the column begin with K is one of them. How many columns are relatively prime to M here? Less than M relatively prime to M? Pi m columns. Total pi m columns are there. Out of that, we assume that the column leading K is one of them. That is relatively prime to M and less than M. Then every integer in that column is relatively prime to M, because from this every integer in that column is relatively prime to M. How many integers are there in that column? N integers, because n rows are there. 1, 2, 3, etc. N rows. N integers are there. this column contains 5n elements which are prime to n. So I explain again. The first row consists of pi m integers which are co-prime to m. We assume that the column beginning with k is one of them, that is relatively prime to m, less than m. Then every integer in that column is relatively prime to m. But this column contains how many integers? Pi n elements which are co-prime to n. Similarly, each pi m column, how many columns are there? Pi m column. Pi m columns contains pi n elements which are co-prime to n. Each pi m column contains pi n elements which are co-prime to n. Hence, in the entire table, there are pi m into pi n. There are pi m into pi n integers which are relatively prime to mn. Therefore, pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n. So pi of mn is pi of m into pi of n. Now, suppose there are m1, m2, etc. mr are positive integers. Which are co-primes or relatively primes in pairs. That means they are relatively